Dear friends, we welcome each of you who has joined our broadcast on the YouTube channel of the State Fund for Youth Housing Construction and New Uniform Information Agency. Today we have a really an exceptional event, a selection of winners, recipients of preferential loans for internally displaced people. The computer software will identify 4,000 of recipients who will be able to benefit from the most affordable terms of mortgage for IDPs. The project Housing for IDPs is implemented by the Ministry of Development of Communities and Territories of Ukraine in partnership with the State Fund for the Support of Youth Housing Construction and is funded under the initiative designed to provide housing to IDPs, supported by KfW and the Council of Europe. In the room we have authorized representatives, Deputy Minister of the Community Development of Communities and Territories of Ukraine, Natalia Kozlovska. Head of the Department for Gentrification of Communities of Ministry of the Development of Communities and Territories, Dmitro Vinogradov. Head of the State Fund for the Support of Youth Council Construction, Mykola Marchuk. Senior Regional Manager of CEB, Diana Martier. Head of the Representative Office of the German State Development Bank to Ukraine, Lawrence Hessner. Also in this room we have with us representatives of Public Council under SFYH and representatives of NGOs. And now we give the floor to the Deputy Minister for the Development of Communities and Territories of Ukraine, Natalia Kozlovska. Thank you, colleagues. I'm happy to greet you all. I hope all you are well. Today we came together to conduct a random draw under the project Housing for IDPs. This is a unique project for Ukraine. It has been the first to introduce an affordable and transparent mechanism for mortgage lending for IDPs. And I would like to remind you that according to the data from the Ministry of Social Policy of Ukraine, today we have over 4.5 million of IDPs in Ukraine. Thanks to this mechanism, in Ukraine, over 1,000 families has obtained own housing, and some of them did so through the funds that are paid back to the revolving funds, which makes the programs long-term and sustainable. Now, in the register maintained by the SFYH, we have nearly 40,000 IDPs. This show demonstrates a huge demand and popularity of the projects, and people are waiting for the opportunity to obtain and purchase own housing at the most affordable terms. The first installment is at least 6%, and the annual interest rate is 3% per annum. This is one of the highest priority of the State Fund and the Ministry of for the Development of Territories and Communities. Let me express our sincere gratitude to the Government of Germany, KfW, and the IPC company, who was the first to help launch our project and who supported its implementation on the top level, which is supported by the numerous audits, including international one. Today, this project has received a new strong boost thanks to support from the Council of Europe. In June this year, a framework agreement was concluded between Ukraine and the Council of Europe Development Bank for 50 million euros that will help provide housing for IDPs. We value this cooperation a lot, and we look forward to long-term cooperation with CEB and KfW in future. I would also like to note the high effort of the State Fund for the Support of Youth Council Construction, who every day a lot of their efforts to support this project. Today, we will witness a random draw of winners, which guarantees equal opportunities for everyone. I wish you all success and good luck. Today, we came together to make another step towards resolving the issue of housing for internally displaced persons. I wish a good day and good luck to everyone. Thank you, Natalia. And now we give the floor to the Senior Regional Manager of CEB, Diana Bertier. Diana, please join us.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a great pleasure to be connected today for this important event. Ukraine completed accession process to the Council of Europe Development Bank only 2 years ago, but since then main focus was on our operation to support governmental developed schemes, including the sector of housing. We see that Ukrainian side is on a path to comprehensive housing policy reform, and we welcome this process. But we are not waiting for these reforms to be completed and implemented, but we are already ready to develop and support the programs on the ground, which are responding to very urgent and immediate needs in Ukraine. As a proof, this bank is already involved in e-recovery project, through which we provide financing for compensation for households whose housing was destroyed. But we are not limiting ourselves to this compensation project. Therefore, we are also providing financing for further support of preferential mortgages loans for internally displaced people. And this is a scheme which was very well developed, legally structured, and is very well targeted to the population in need, internally displaced people. Therefore, we are happy to be at today's event. Today's event is for sure a result of very efficient and pragmatic cooperation between several stakeholders. And first of all, it's our also partner KfW, who structured initially as a program and also supported significantly with financial resources. Also, it's thanks to the leadership, very strong leadership of the Minister for Development and Communities and Territories, who ensured the structuring of the project with the bank. And of course, State Fund for Youth Housing Construction, who will be responsible for the implementation of the project. In all this process, we also closely coordinate with the Ministry of Finance, who ensured the borrowing from the bank. With the bank's approved financing of 50 million euros, it's a first step to support today's activities for selecting internally displaced people and to ensure the access for housing. All in all, given the challenges currently facing Ukrainian citizens and Council of Europe Development Bank's social orientation, internally displaced people are in the core of our support. These are Ukrainians, including vulnerable groups, who made their choice in favor of European future for Ukraine, and how access to housing is their basic need. So we are very happy to see this important milestone for selecting beneficiaries under the program we are financing. Thank you.
Щиро дякуємо, пані Діано.
Thank you so much, Diana. And now we give the floor to the head of the representative office of the German State Development Bank, Lorenz Hessner. Lorenz, could you connect, please? Good afternoon. Greetings to you all. I will speak English.
We are very pleased that CEB is joining us in the implementation of this project and partnering with the State Fund for Youth Housing and the Ministry of Development. For KfW, this will not be the end. We will continue to support the State Fund for Youth Housing and seek additional financing for subsidized interest loans to internally displaced people. We are very pleased to see that the random selection of borrowers will remain a key element of the program, as it ensures equal opportunities for every IDP on the waiting list and eliminates subjective factors in the selection process. So far, within the 2 phases KfW project, we have been able to support over 1,000 IDP families. So that's equal to 2,600 individuals. From the repaid loans accumulated in the revolving fund, which was mentioned by the ministry, we will expect to finance approximately 100 IDP families each year from this funding. We have received a great deal of positive feedback about this program from both the IDPs who have received the loans and Ukrainian partners, and we are pleased to see that we will continue. I personally wish all IDPs participating in the program success, and we wish our colleagues at CEB, Diana, the State Fund and the Ministry of Development a successful start of the program. On behalf of the German government, together with the Ukrainian government and the Ministry of Development, we remain committed to addressing housing needs in Ukraine also in the future and in these difficult times. Slava Ukraini. Дякую.
Дякуємо пану Лоренсу. Тепер прохання.
Thank you, Lawrence. And now please pay attention to the screen. The selection of winners among participants is conducted using the service randompicker.com that selects winners using the random number generation mechanism. The use of this software was approved by KfW. This software was designed and is built by Promotion. This system was verified and tested by independent auditor Trustica. All personal data are reliably stored pursuant to the EU General Data Protection Regulation. Now you can see this survey on your screen. The authorized representative of SFYH is opening the project. Random draw number 22 of the 7th of October 2025. The project is set up with equal opportunities for each participant. And today we will select 4,000 participants who will be entitled to obtain mortgage loans on preferential terms, 3% interest rate per annum. During the broadcast, you will see the list of winners on the screen, and each of you will be able to see themselves. After that, after the list is extracted from the randompicker.com system, this list will be published on the official website of SFYH, and the link will be provided in the description to this broadcast. Now on your screen you can see the list of candidates that is available on the official website of SFYH. Currently we have 36,796 such candidates. These are all candidates who have been registered as of the 7th of October 2025. Attention please, we are uploading the list of registered candidates to the randompicker.com service. As we can see, the number of candidates in the public list is consistent with the number of participants or entries in the randompicker.com service. Please bear in mind that participation in today's draw is for all candidates whose applications are included in the registry as of 6th of October 2025. And now we proceed directly to the procedure of the random draw. We wish good luck to each candidate. Attention to the screen, and we begin the random generation. Apologies, we have a technical error. We give the floor to the chair of the board of the State Fund for the Support of Youth Housing Construction, Mykola Marchuk. Thank you, Marina. We have a small technical break now. Together with our IT specialists, we will correct everything. and we'll start with the generation process. And now I would like to say a few words about our random draw and assure you that it is happening absolutely with equal chances and opportunities for everyone. Each entry is participating on equal conditions. The procedure is easier to understand and completely open. But behind each number there is a real story of a family who are dreaming of their own home. Therefore, we pay great attention to each step, from creating our register to publication of the results. For us, this has been the 22nd draw already, and this is an important fact that shows that we have established and worked out a clear-cut and understandable model for IDPs with transparent conditions and person-centered support. We have developed the whole infrastructure from the hotline at our regional departments of the State Fund and counseling sessions to make sure that your client journey is smooth and without any extra barriers. Together with KfW Bank, we set up front and back offices, we approve documents, and we have worked out the client journey starting from looking for the housing, loan application, and granting the loans. We have learned to answer frequently asked questions, work with individual cases, and respond to individual situations. Now we have thousands of IDPs living in their own housing. This is not just an indicator. It shows that we are doing the right thing. The implementation of this project and its success help us to continue our work with the Council of Europe Development Bank, which will help us to provide houses for more thousands of Ukrainians, and we are grateful to CEB for seeing not just dry statistics in our work, but real stories and real efforts of our organization. I want to thank our partners, CEB, KfW, and our consultants from IPC for their support with advice and for their support with concrete tools to our families. I want to thank the Ministry of the Development of Communities and Territories for supporting our work to help IDPs. We want to thank the Ministry of Finance for building the financial infrastructure. And we want to thank all our partners for helping us make all these complex things easy to understand. And regarding the winners, let me assure you that after generation is complete, you will not be left alone in this process. Tomorrow you will be contacted by our specialist. You will receive package of materials, step-by-step explanations, and contact persons assigned to each candidate. We will organize online counseling sessions, and you will be able to ask any questions, and you will find definitely answers to all of them. This will help to make this process easier and more understandable for you. We are open, we are standing here by your side, and we are on your side. Today, after the random draw and respective verification, each of you will be able to obtain housing that you want to have and that you wish. Now on the screen you will see the list of as a list of winners of the 22nd random draw. We will now print this list and record the results by signing the respective minutes of the random draw. Taking into account that this process will take some time, let me briefly outline the key conditions of the project housing for IDPs. And why I am doing that, you can see the list of winners on the screen. So, the right to obtain preferential loans for housing purchase is extended to persons covered by the law of Ukraine housing for IDPs, provided that the following conditions are met. First, lack of housing floor space in ownership. The candidate or their family members should have no housing real estate in their ownership, apart from those housing real estate that is located on the temporarily occupied areas or areas where active warfare is or was conducted, or temporarily occupied by the Russian Federation. This is approved by the Ministry of Development. Second, confirmation of ability to pay. The winning candidate should be able to prove that after repayment a monthly installment, including the interest rate, their monthly income, including the income of adult family members, minus taxes, levies, and loan payments with the bank, will not be less than minimum subsistence level for each family member. Third condition, the winning candidate and their family members should provide consent to access their information in the Credit Reference Bureau. And fourth condition, paying own contribution. The winning candidates should place on own account at least 6% of the value of the housing and the amount for the value of the housing that exceeds the standard value. The period of repayment of the mortgage loan is up to 30 years, but no longer than the period till the winning candidate reaches the ages of 65, at the moment when all their obligations have been fulfilled under the mortgage agreement. Please bear in mind that the program has restrictions. A mortgage loan cannot be granted to the winning candidate if they or their family members have received support from the public budget or preferential loans to construct or purchase housing, including under the framework loan agreement between Ukraine and the Council of Europe Development Bank. Project compensation for destroyed housing concluded in June 2024, 11th of June 2024. Also, a loan cannot be granted to the winning candidate if their income, including the income of their family members, exceed 10-fold average monthly salary per each family member, according to the data provided by the State Statistics Service of Ukraine. How to choose the object of the mortgage lending? The mortgage of the loan can include apartments in multi-apartment residential buildings or individual residential buildings, provided that were constructed no earlier than 50 years ago or reconstructed no earlier than 35 years ago. Objects of loan crediting cannot be located on the areas that are affected by the warfare, where warfare was conducted, or the territories that are temporarily occupied by the Russian Federation. According to the list approved by the Ministry of Development, and this list includes the territories for which the date of the completion of hostilities has not been determined. The top amount of the loan may not exceed the amount that is obtained by multiplying the square area of the apartment or a housing object by the standard value of 1 square meter. How to obtain the loan? First of all, you need to conclude a preliminary agreement to record your preliminary arrangement with the seller and notarize it mandatorily. After that, till 6th of November 2025 inclusive, you need to file an application to the State Housing Fund or its respective territorial division. You will also receive a letter with explanation of all points regarding the procedure of obtaining the loan. Also on the 9th of October 2025, in Zoom and the YouTube channel of the State Fund, you will be able to receive counseling and answers to your questions. Should your situation change and you would like to change the region for the purchase of housing, you are free to do that. You are free to select housing in any territory of Ukraine, apart from the territories indicated in the list approved by the Ministry of Development. These are the territories where active warfare was conducted and territories temporarily occupied by the Russian Federation, for which the date of completion of warfare or the date of ending of the temporary occupation by the Russian Federation has not been determined. As we would like to stress to enable easier search for your name in the list of winners, this list will be published on the official website of the SFYH in the alphabetical order. And while we are demonstrating the list of winners on the screen, we are happy to give the floor to the chair of the board of the State Fund, Mykola Marchuk. Thank you. Let me inform all participants, including participants who are joining us online, that we have generated the list of winners, and based on the list of winners, we created the minutes that was signed by all authorized representatives. And I would like to demonstrate this document. I would also like to stress that all winners will be informed by our staff members about the conditions of the program, and detailed information materials will be provided. Online counseling session will be held by the State Fund and our regional departments. You don't need to worry. All winning participants will have enough time to prepare their paperwork and to submit it to the regional departments and the chair of the board. And now over to the Deputy Minister for Development of Communities and Territories, Natalia Kozlovska. Thank you, Mykola. Today we have conducted the random draw for winning participants. We realize that such opportunity today is provided not to all internally displaced persons. And I have a great request to everyone and to the State Fund. All information will be made available on the official website of the State Fund. I do ask you to provide all necessary explanations to the winning candidates and all the candidates, whether they are eligible and are in the position to use this program and benefits from the terms of this program, to make sure that people can access the mortgage loans as soon as possible under the terms that are stipulated by this project. I am grateful to everyone, and I want to highlight that we have a lot of work in future, every one of us. We will need to work with the citizens, and I do ask you to be very careful in doing this work. And when we see that we can cover all the need with the available resources, it is good. And if we conclude that we don't have enough we still have resources and we can cover some of the needs. We will hold another draw. I would like to thank KfW, the State Fund, and the Council of Europe Development Bank for this opportunity. I hope that the result of this work will prove its highest effectiveness, and we will be able to continue to implement this project with the tools that we currently have. Thank you so much once again, everyone. Thank you, Natalia. So the list of participants, the list of willing participants has been printed. Together with the minutes of the draw, it has been signed by all authorized representatives. The link to the list of winners is indicated in the description to the broadcast. Also, you will be able to find the results of the draw on the website of the State Fund. We congratulate everyone who has already found their names in the list of winners. As the results of the draw using the website of randompicker.com will be also made available on the website of the State Fund. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.